Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Homebrew Review. You have the Rhino, you have Strangebrewsings, you have Average Joe, and we have Cameron I'm not going to say the whole last name,
Cameron, thank you, buddy.
His homebrew, his American Pale Ale, 5% alcohol, brewed with homegrown Cascade hops and U.S. Golding.
And U.S. Golding?
Yep.
Good for you, bud.
This is an American Pale Ale with Cascade and U.S. Golding?
Yes. Okay, so this was brought to us.
Not going to judge.
No, I just like the fact that the hops are homegrown, which is
awesome.
Yeah,
that's this was brought to us by one of our cast members, and he warned them that if it was shit, I would probably rant and rave, and that's fine and dandy.
There's no reason to rant or rave when it comes to when you're trying to do stuff and growing it.
I don't really rant and rave on homebrews. No, I give constructive criticism.
Absolutely, you respect.
I rant and rave on professional brewers.
Because they are professional. They're getting paid to do what
now,
they
is this all grain or is this actual kit?
I'm not 100% sure if this is a kit.
If you're home growing your hops, it better be all grain.
It should be all grain, but you
it could still be a kit. I mean,
yeah, you never know.
Modified kits don't matter. I mean, you can use a modified kit and make it not taste like a kit.
It's got a good haze on it. Obviously, you're not going to get a lot of filtration in homebrews, right?
Quite light in the color, like a lemony. Pretty much a golden straw, but like a little slight bit darker, almost borderline.
So we have 5% ABV is what they have it on.
What is it, 5%?
Nice greeny golden.
Yep.
Golden.
Nice haze.
There's a slight orange tinge, but nothing. It's not like a deep orange. All Cascades for me.
Yep.
Yes. Nice.
You're not getting the U.S. Golding at all.
Grapefruit, citrusy, pine.
No. Yep. And that's it. No malt, no nothing.
That's nice.
Yeah, the malt's just.
Now, when you say American Pale Ale, I'm expecting like a Citra hop or a Simcoe or a Centennial.
I'm spitting everything. I'm gonna fucking punch myself. It's all right.
Punch you.
All right.
Let's try it though. Cameron, let's see what we all think of this.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, cheers. Regardless of what we think, thank
work.
you. Appreciate it. Cascade. Cascade.
I don't mind Cascade.
No, I don't mind either, but it's just Cascade. What is the difference? Now here before we start getting taste notes. What's the difference between U.S. Golding and regular East Kent Golding?
Layman's differences?
Yes, layman's.
One's grown here and one's grown there.
Okay, well, fucking not layman's then, I guess.
Not much. There's not a huge difference.
Perhaps those weren't the best combination hops. If you're gonna just do the two or whatever, and I don't know. It's nice, but it's
you're getting your citrus, you're getting your pine, and then you're getting the earthiness from the Goldings. The earthiness is unfortunately for me. The earthiness is the lingering characteristic that kind of is unfortunate.
The dirt meat, the dirt pie. It's what lingers. Is it bad? No, it's actually quite drinkable. However, the only flavor there really is there is the two hops.
Yeah, there's no malt. Right. There's no the malt base. I couldn't tell you what it is. I have no idea.
Because I was gonna say I'm a sucker for a nice maltier IPA. Because I like throw all the hops you want on it, but I like a nice creamy.
I want a super balanced IPA.
Yeah, exactly.
I want it to be balanced. It's not overpowering with the hops. I mean, the hops are all you're tasting, but it's not overpowering.
I guess in a way it is balanced because it is sort of light on both ends. So,
and at the end of the day,
but if you're gonna do that, these are hops I wouldn't feature for something like that.
I agree. And at the end of the day, you get minus points for putting it in a fucking Rogue Brew IP bottle. Like that's minus 2.5.
That's not minus points.
No, minus in pipe.
This is all the bottle's good for. It's not good to hold rogue beer, and it's good for homebrew. So, cheers to you, sir. Fuck Joe.
Yeah, it's very light, very refreshing. This is a very good beer if you're making.
It's quaffable.
If you're making your homebrew and you want to introduce your neighbors or stuff to actual good tasting beer, this has a flavor. It's not an in-your-face flavor.
You know what the thing about this is? It's not bitter.
It is. You know, actually, the more I drink this, the more I really like it.
Yeah,
actually.
I think this, and I hate the fucking word quaffable, but I think this is a very quaffable, easy drinking.
It's a Moorish beer.
What the fuck is a Moorish beer?
Same as quaffable. Okay. You want more.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, at 5%, you could drink a lot of these. As a homebrew, you got to think this guy Cameron either has it on tap, or he has it in bottles, whatever the case may be. I could easily drink 2 or 3 of these fucking bombers, no question. The flavor's not overwhelming. It's not overpowering. It's not in your face. It's not something you need to be like, oh, hang on, I need to. All right, that doesn't mean you pour more into my fucking glass.
At the same time, these flavors in particular are not ones that, like, if you had a lineup of IPAs, it's not the ones I would shoot for first.
No.
It's just
Cascade's all right. Cascade's a nice base hop.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna combine it with something, U.S. Golding is probably not the one to go for.
No, those aren't the two.
And I think that's the only thing I have going against this is the 2 hops he chose to go with.
Yeah, exactly.
What would I use? I don't know. Sriracha Ace, Amarillo, Citra.
Amarillo Citra would be mine. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Amarillo. So you throw that with Cascade or
Try.
even Centennial with Cascade.
Yeah, Centennial.
See,
Try to
I'm
get
not
yourself
a
on
Centennial
some.
fan because of the resininess that it
love
puts
it.
off.
I like that.
Like Centennial IPA from Founders is like one of my favorite.
Yeah, but to me, it's a nice balance.
Why
with
don't you
Cascade.
throw some Cascade with some New Zealand hops? You know, the Motueka.
Northern Gem.
Northern Gem.
Nelson
Sabine.
Sabine.
I mean, you throw a Cascade with that. At least with Cascade, you still get the resiny pine characteristics, and then you get the citrus, and then you're gonna get tropical fruit.
Yeah, you
and
get the
it's gonna be
tropical
awesome.
fruit to mix with it. The problem with that is you have to be vigilant on when you're putting it in the boil because those are very high alpha acid hops, so they can bitter the fuck out of your beer if you put them in at the wrong time.
For me, I think the problem is like Cascade is a hop overdone. It's been there, done that. All the West Coast IPAs use that, and I'm okay with it. But then you introduce U.S. Goldings, which has the earthy characteristics that East Kent Goldings has, and it's like I don't want my Cascade with an earthy hop. I want my Cascade with a citrusy / tropical fruit forward
It's just
hop.
such a quaffable beer, a moreish beer, because of the fact that the flavor is just gone.
Yeah, it dissipates just instantly.
It's the beer that you cannot complain about. I mean,
Nope.
I'm not huge on it, but I can't complain about it.
No.
I would give it a 7. I could buy it, but I'd have to be in the mood for it. Cameron, I don't know how many homebrews you've done, but this is actually quite good.
For me, I don't think I'd buy it just because I don't like the hop characteristics combined. So 6.75, which would be what would that be? 3.25 out of 5, as my rating scale would go out of 5.
And considering this is a homebrew,
Yeah, I never put that.
compared to I give this a 3.75. This is
Really?
I really like this. I think it's
And the
very well
Other thing that
made.
people have to take into consideration is this is made with homegrown hops.
That-
The hop
even that
flavors-
part.
When you say
even
other
live-
people, who are you talking about?
Well, anybody. I mean, the thing that all 3 of us
Hey,
have to, and anyone
guys.
drinking it, has to consider is that with homegrown hops, the age of the vine
snorted
matters
like a fat man.
immensely.
Yeah,
How old the vine is matters immensely on how many hops you got, how big they are, what flavor, how much flavor is in them. So if this is a fairly young vine,
The fact of the matter, this is a homebrew and it tastes like a commercial brew. Cheers to you, good sir, because
it tastes like a well-made commercial brew.
well made.
Like everything about this says this was well thought out, well
You know-
executed. Maybe not the best choices per se. That's up to the brewer, right? And but I think the choice you made, whatever you decide to go with, you did it well. And the fact you did it at home with homegrown hops is a fucking bonus. And I think to you, sir, hey, I'm looking forward to the next time.
You know
I
what,
get to try
Cameron?
your stuff.
I will switch my rating.
What? You can't do that.
No, I'm going to.
Shut up.
No, I'm going to. No, what
bye
you,
you two, bye. Bye,
no,
bye,
no,
bye,
no,
bye,
what
bye,
you
bye,
said,
bye.
Stop it.
what you said was, what you said is a homebrew and what's